And now, a governorship aspirant of the All Progressives Congress in Ondo State, Gbenga Edema, has pleaded with the national chairman of the party, Abdullahi Ganduje, and the National Working Committee to investigate the certificate forgery allegations leveled against Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa. The appeal was contained in a petition made available to journalists in Abuja. The plea comes a few hours after a legal practitioner, Oladotun Hassan, similarly petitioned the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, and the Police Service Commission over an alleged move by a top-ranking police officer to tamper with the report of an ongoing probe into the academic credentials of the governor, an allegation that Aiyedatiwa's lawyers have since refuted. Edema said he was not deliberately petitioning the party leadership out of envy. Now, to discuss this, I am joined by a political analyst, Sowore. Good morning. Good to have you.
Good morning.
Good. Now, let's ask, what are the potential implications for the All Progressive Congress in Ondo State? That's if the allegation of certificate forgery against Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa are not properly addressed.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and thank you for bringing to the individual involved in the petition. In other words, one of the aspirants who is an interested party. And I must tell you that this same individual did the same thing to the president during the primary election of the APC in 2023. So we are not surprised. So, but let me break it into two legally. The accusation of forgery is a serious one under the Nigeria criminal laws. However, the threshold to prove any commission of crime is beyond reasonable doubt. So it behoves the accuser to prove beyond the reasonable doubt the authenticity of his claim. But as to the issue of qualification, constitutionally, Section 177 of the Constitution listed 4 items for qualification as governor. First, that you must be 35 years old, at least, that you must be a citizen of Nigeria. Third, that you must be a member of political party, and that political party must sponsor you. Then the fourth is that you must be educated up to a secondary school level or its equivalent. Section 318 reduce that qualification, the fourth one, that is secondary school or its equivalent, to mere ability to read and write, Section 318. And recent Supreme Court judgment, Buhari versus Atiku, and even the present president, what the Supreme Court, the implication of what the Supreme Court has decided is that you can go before a high court or any competent court to swear an affidavit that before man and God, I am educated up to primary school leaving certificate. So for those who are making frivolous allegation, I can call it frivolous because the police has come out to say, oh, we did not issue that report, we did not authorize it. And even in that report, I read it, he said the wipe is authentic, his result is authentic. And again, I call on any Nigeria, it is simplified these days. Just buy a wipe scratch card, input the candidate number, I still remember his seat number, 019. Or you walk up to the school and make this basic inquiry to see whether his result is authentic. So for me, and yesterday again, the vetting committee has cleared out the aspirant of any wrongdoing. So for me, and by provision of Electoral Act, it is the party that has that responsibility to screen their aspirant, and they have done that. So, but for the issue of the allegation, it is a serious one, and I'm happy that the lawyer to Mr. Governor Lucky has issued a statement asking the lawyer, whoever is involved, to withdraw that or have their days in court. So it's going to be an interesting conversation in Ondo State. But directly answering your question, there is no implication for an incumbent governor who was the deputy governor before he became acting and now is contesting. As a matter of fact, it is preemptive for anybody to allege that he presented forged certificate, because are they talking about the certificate that he used as deputy governor, or they are talking about the certificate that he will use in the next election? So these are the issues. But for me, there is no implication as regards the certificate he may want to present.
Okay, so frivolous as you might call it, however, there have been two petitions, if I'm not mistaken, at least two. Isn't it significant that these petitions have been filed and once again with law enforcement?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Look, if you allege, let us assume without considering that you are alleging a city governor of any crime, you have to wait until after his tenure before you can arrest him or even bring him before the court. He enjoys immunity under section 308. But again, we are talking about politics here. You know, politician. Is anybody who has contested in this country without somebody alleging that he has no certificate or he has no birthday or certificate or what have you, is practically becoming part of our political processes, that people who are lightweight, who don't have anything to offer, come up with all kinds of frivolity. The individual you mentioned is the crime or is the principal person is responsible for all the petition, and it's one of the aspirants, it's one of the contestants. So what do you expect from him? It's just that it's sad, because the two of them happen to come from the same local government. So they have the same background. So one would have expected, as a former member of the Ondo State House of Assembly, as a former chairman of Osopadek, as a former representative of NDDC, that he should contest on the strength of his achievement, tell the people what you have, rather than trying to bring somebody down. It's frivolous for me. Right. I've seen this certificate. I have read through the resume of the governor. And for anybody to come up with that kind of allegation, particularly when you have a very obvious reason to doubt the authenticity of such allegation, I would say it is frivolous.
Okay, I hear your suggestions, but what other suggestion do you have when it comes to measures that could be taken by the APC in terms of transparency and fairness in the vetting of their candidates, the credentials of their candidates, particularly in light of the potential consequences highlighted by the petitioner?
Yes, I had the opportunity and the privilege to read through the report of the Professor Abdul Ghana Vetting Committee. And I was made to understand that on their own, they went as far as buying the white scratch card to check for the result themselves. They went to the school, and I equally read that the SAN, that is Oluwadegboruwa, has equally gone to the school to ensure that he made this necessary investigation himself, and he has issued a statement that his certificate is authentic. So the measurement they have taken so far, I mean the APC, putting in place people who are neutral to look at the background information of all the credentials presented. I think it's a welcome development, and that is good enough for the party to set up an independent body to look into the authenticity of the document presented by the aspirant. For me, that's a good one.
Well, thank you very much, Alan Sowore. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.